How's it going, everyone? In this video, I'm going to be talking about Arcimoto, ticker symbol FUV. The stock has been breaking out significantly upside. Today by itself, it's up 52%. So we're going to go over exactly what is the potential for this company for the future. We're going to be looking at who owns the majority of the shares of this specific company, and they have several models. I'm also going to go over some of the models. What's the ideal price point and get involved in the company? If there's potential for the short term, for the long term. So make sure you stay tuned. Now let's get right into the video. So as you can see over here, these are the Arcimoto vehicles. As you can see, people driving them on their websites, so they can be used for different purposes. I'm going to go over later on exactly what is the potential for this company and what are the vehicles mainly used for. So as you can see, the starting price is at $17,900, and they have different designs, and different purposes, and they're all electric, and the maximum speed that they can go is 75 miles per hour top speed, and 102 city mile range, and 173.7 city mpge. So the other important thing that you want to be looking at exactly is going to be what is the purpose of this vehicles can be used. So there are two different ways that this vehicle can be used. One they have is for rapid responder, and the other one is the deliverator. So now let's talk about the main purposes that these vehicles can be used. One of the reasons is going to be for deliveries, and they call themselves Arcimoto deliverators. There's a lot of expansion going on right now with DoorDash and Uber Eats, and this can be one of the vehicles that can be used for people to deliver their food and other groceries, from Walmart and things like that. This vehicle can be used, and the other purpose also for these vehicles is going to be the deliverator, and also there's going to be, and the other one is the rapid responders, so that people can actually reach out, to different locations super fast. We talked about, the vehicle can run fast, very short period of time. So this is one of the main purposes that can be used for this. And also, if you just want to joyride and just ride around with your friends and things like that in the country, you can also use this vehicle as something to drive around. So this is the main purpose for this vehicle. When you look at Arcimoto, they announced their earnings report, and I'm going to cover that information later on too. But now let's talk about who owns the company and what to expect for the future. So as you can see, this stock has just been in a very tight range for a while. It's been bouncing around between $8 and $5. So it's been hit $8, pulls back all the way to $5, $8, $5, $8, and eventually broke out. And now it's not looking back, and it's up more than 50% today. As you can see over here, it's up 33.85%. If you look at the pre-market gap up too, it's up more than 50%. So we're going to be looking at the Webull platform later on to see how the stock is up. So but the main thing you want to be looking at for is going to be what is the share outstanding. So this company really does not have a lot of shares, so it's only 23.5 million share outstanding, so it's not a lot, and the insider ownership is only 24.9%. So the insiders own a lot, like the CEO, the CFO own a lot, and institutions only own 8.1%. So that is small compared to what insiders own, and the rest of them are held by retail investors. You see this influx of volume that is coming in right now, and there's been aggressive buying going on right now. So now let's talk about their earnings reports that they announced a few days ago. That their earnings reports came out, and the stock actually fell a little bit, 7.6% to the downside. And their quarterly results indicate that their earnings per share were up 31.82% over the past year to 0.15, which missed the estimate of 0.13. So the revenue of $683,895 rose by 1,953.06%, but that is missed by approximately 940,000. So that is an indication about how much they missed it. And also, they did not provide any kind of guidance for the future. So that is really huge when the company does not provide any guidance. But there's a lot of issues going on right now, of course, with COVID and etc. There's a lot of uncertainty going on. So it's really quite interesting why they did not provide the outlook for that. But when you look at the price action for the stock, as you can see, the stock is up more than 51.85% of the upside. It had a multi-month breakout. So we saw the chart few minutes ago that it was just consolidating over here just above $8, just going up above $8, just coming back to around $5 for months now, and after it broke out, it hit $14, is not looking back. So it's still, there's been a lot of aggressive buying. When you look at the volume over here, you know, there's been 15.4 million shares, more than that has been traded today. So when you look at the float, it doesn't really have a lot of shares available outstanding. So it has traded more than half of the available shares today. So there's been a lot of aggressive buying going on, and this thing can definitely exponentially rally to the upside if there's not a lot of buyers. You know, so insiders, of course, they're not going to be selling this stock because they're insiders. You know, so the CEOs, the CFOs, they're not going to be selling their shares right away because they have to go through procedures. They have to file with the SEC to let them know that they're going to be selling. That's going to take a little bit of time. So there's not going to be a lot of supply of shares for this company. That's why you're seeing a significant spike in a very short period of time. And this thing can potentially even go higher because it's very low flow and there's a lot of momentum going on, like companies like Neo. You know, we got Candy stock, Solo. You got all these EV stocks just spiking up higher. There's a lot of momentum. There's a lot of people that are passionate about investing in electric vehicle companies, or they don't want to miss out on the next hot stock and they're just coming in and buying it aggressively. So you saw the earnings report. It was not really that impressive. You know, they really did not provide any kind of guidance and things like that. But really, people they're looking for the long term. They're looking at electric vehicles. You know, there's a lot of, you know, legislation that's being passed, you know, not only in the US, also in China and across the world, that they're eventually going to be transitioning into electric vehicles. They want to protect the environment. And these are the main reasons, and these are the main companies that they can potentially be profitable in the future because they have a head start, you know. So that is one of the things that you want to be looking out for when you look at FUV, you know, Candy, you got Neo, you got Tesla, you know, all these companies, you know, they have a head start on everybody. So that is really great. That's why you're seeing that people and they're looking for the next few years, they're coming in and buying, and they don't want to miss out on the next opportunity. So that's exactly what you want to see. So if you're somebody that wants to get involved in this company, of course, if you missed this huge spike that happened, if you did not get involved in it right around over here when it was consolidating over here, you know, there's still an opportunity for you. So you just have to wait, depending upon if you want to go for long term or if you just want to get in for a quick scalp or you want to go in and out. That's going to be a little bit dangerous right now since the stock is really extended. But if you're somebody that just wants to buy just for the long term, you know, you don't want to use all of your capital to buy in right now, but you can just scaling into your position. So you can buy like one share today and wait, you know, the next few days and see if the stock can dip. You know, you can buy in the dip. Since you're going to be buying it for the long term, it's probably not going to really affect it. Since you're going to be holding it for like 1, 2, 3, 4 years, you can just scale in slowly, and eventually the stock price, you know, in the future can definitely be higher than this. You know, that's the whole purpose of being a long-term investor. So, but for people that are, you know, day trading or swing trading and things like that, that's going to be, you have to be accurate on your entry and your exits, you know, to capture this significant amount of move. You know, so that is one of the things you want to be careful about when it comes to Arcimoto. So let me know in the comment section below if you think this company is worth investing in. There's been a lot of EV companies that have been popping up. I'm going to be making videos in detail covering all these other EV companies. So I appreciate if you can hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, also make sure you subscribe. And if you have any questions, any comments about any of these companies, make sure you drop in the comment section below. And also if you want to sign up for Webull, you know, there's going to be, this is a platform that I'm using right now. You can get 3 free stocks, you know, so that is one of the things that you can get to right now. So, but I catch you guys on another video. Have a wonderful